All right, let's get started with our warm up. We're just gonna march in place, start to get that blood flowing. So I did order some wireless earbuds that have a mic in them. That should be here next week, so I'm gonna try that. Not that the sound is bad, I know that it sounds okay and you can all hear me, but this will just probably help a little bit better. And then it'll help when I eventually go to Canada. Because I'll probably be further away from my computer, because right now I use a desktop, but in Canada I'll be using a laptop. Let's start swinging those arms a little bit higher, keeping that belly button sucked in, protecting that spine. You can go for a walk around, you don't have to walk in place. All right, let's do some kicks, just nice and gentle. Kicks in front of you, alternating arms and legs, opposite arm and leg if you can. It's the least awkward if you do opposite versus same side. And just start to bring those arms up a little bit higher. And I often turn to the side so you can see my form, so you don't have to worry about turning to the side yourself. Get that breathing going. All right, side to side here with the heels back. Nice little bend in the legs. Get those joints lubricated. Let's get our arms out to the side and in. Oops, Ottoman's a little too close today. So if you missed any of these workouts, they're all on YouTube. There's about 14 of them on there now. So you can go and do any of them at any time on our YouTube channel. Just search American Indian Community House and you'll find our channel. Okay, let's take it into a jumping jack. Now, you don't have to jump if you can't. Just step out side to side. Step out like this. Anytime we ever do a jumping move, you can always just take the jump out if jumping is not for you and your joints. It's not for everybody. And these are also, you can do, if you're non-weight bearing, you can just do this. A lot of people think because they can't do things standing, they shouldn't do them at all, but you can actually do them sitting too. So, all right, let's take it back to our kicks in the front. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You can slow these down. Make sure you're getting full range of motion. That's another thing too with our, when we start the workout, your reps, the rate, the tempo at which you're going is also regulated by you. Okay, back to the kicks, behind, arms out. So you go as slow with your reps as you need to. It's all self-regulated. You don't have to match me or anyone else. Okay, let's take it into nice, easy body weight squats. Going down to parallel. If you can't get down where your thighs are parallel to the floor, use a box, couch, ottoman, chair, whatever you need. Couple more of these. Okay, reverse lunge. Just stepping back, kneeling down. You can alternate legs, or you can do a couple on the left and a couple on the right. Just make sure you do even numbers on each leg. If lunging isn't for you, if you have bad knees, you can just step back and you don't have to go down. Or you can just keep the squat on the box. Everybody has to get down and up off the couch, right? So if lunging is too much, just pretend you're about to watch Netflix and then you forgot something and you have to run to the kitchen and get your popcorn. Okay. Now let's just go down and do a few push-ups. You can go from your knees. You can use the couch for an incline if you want to make it easier, or you can go right to the floor. Just do about 5. Come back up. And then we're going to do our bear crawl. So for those of you that don't know, our bear crawl is on all fours, walking like a bear. If that's too much for you, you can just stand up and do our bushwhacker. This guy. But we want to engage the core. We want to get those shoulders warmed up. You can also just do more push-ups if you want. So you just take a couple steps in one direction, turn around and come back. Come back up. Few more squats. You can use your box if you want. It mistakenly, I don't know if that's the right word, deceptively looks easy when you squat to a box, but it's not that easy. Okay, a couple more lunges. You always hang on to something if you need. I usually do just for balance. You can also do stationary lunges, split squats, same thing. If the step back throws you off your balance too much. The good thing about these exercises is they're all modifiable. You can always modify so it suits your ability. Okay, grab some water. So today we're going to do 3 rounds, but more exercises. We're going to do 7, I think. So the first one, I'm just going to demonstrate right now. You don't have to do it yet. Is a Bulgarian split squat, this is the hardest version. One leg up behind you. It's basically a lunge with the rear foot elevated. You can do it loaded. You can hang onto your dumbbells. You can put your dumbbells up here. You can use your heavy bag, which I'm going to use today. There's cat litter and cat food in here now, so this is like 40-something pounds. Easier version of that is just lowering that foot and just doing your split squat with your both feet on the floor. That's too much for you, lunging, like I said, if it's not for you, just do your box squats. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be a row. You can use your dumbbells. Or your heavy bag. Let's see, these better handles. Number 3 is going to be a single leg glute bridge. So that's on the floor. So this is a regular glute bridge. Single leg, we're going to do one leg up, bunch on one side and then a bunch on the other. If single leg is too much, just do the regular one with 2 feet on the floor. And I will re-explain all of this as we go over and over. Next, going to be a rear fly, which is just arms out to the side with our dumbbells. And then we're going to do a plank. You can do a plank on the floor. You can do an incline. The higher your torso is elevated, the easier it is. So modify it how you need to modify it. Or if you want to make it harder, you can elevate your feet this way. And then 2 more after that. We're going to get some cardio in there. So we're going to do some of these switch lunges. Once again, if lunging is too much for you, you can just step back or you can just do your squats. Last one, side plank, same as a front plank, but you're on your side. To make this easier, you could elevate if you do have a padded surface, or you can also do a front plank and just lift one arm up, and then the other, and then the other. We're trying to get more obliques for this second plank. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little burnout at the end, but I'll save that for later. So get your dumbbells or your heavy bag nearby, and we're gonna start at the top with our Bulgarian split squats. And I will let you know when we're halfway through to switch legs. So you're gonna do all one leg and then the other. Start with your weaker leg. Mine's my left leg. Most people know which one is the weaker. If you don't, you'll figure it out. Okay. And ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One leg elevated, or you can put that leg on the floor. That's fine. Or you can just do your squats. It's better for balance if you keep your eyes ahead of you. I often turn to the side to make sure that I'm on camera properly. Okay, switch legs. The more weight you use, the heavier weight, the more rest you're gonna need. And that's fine, that's good, we want rest. But we want you to decide when that rest is. See, I'm already resting. 10 seconds left in this. And then we're gonna move on to our row. 3, 2, 1. Grab your dumbbells or your heavy bag, slight bend over, 45-degree angle with your back, flat back. And you're just rowing the weight towards you. Elbows are tight to your torso, sliding along those ribs. Neck is neutral, head is, you're looking at about 3 feet in front of you on the floor. If you have dumbbells, you're doing it this way. You could be seated if you need to also. I'm definitely gonna be resting more today because I'm working with a lot of weight in this bag. 20 seconds left. Starting to feel bad for this poor backpack. It's got so much weight in it, it's not gonna last much longer. 5 seconds. And then we're gonna move to our single leg glute bridge. Okay, down to the floor. Left leg first, if you can, or right leg, up to you. One leg up. Put that heel as close to your butt as you can. Hands are flat on the floor. Squeezing those glutes on the way up. If you have to do 2 legs, that's fine. Just flatten that lower back. We don't want an arch in our back. Turn this way so you can see. Switch to your right leg or other leg. I'm trying to focus on single leg movements today if we can. Single leg moves are important for balance between the 2 limbs. Gonna take my rest. You can rest whenever you need. We have 7 seconds left here. And then we're gonna move to our rear fly. So come up and grab your dumbbells. These you can't do with a heavy bag. You need your dumbbells or your soup cans, whatever you got, detergent jugs. Slight bend over, just lifting those arms behind you. Palms are facing together at the bottom. Back of the hands going up towards the ceiling. Try not to hold too much tension in your back, even though you're bent over. Keep a flat back. You could do these seated. If you need to take some pressure off your back, that's fine. 25 seconds left here. I'm gonna take my rest. If you're using different weights like I am, be sure to switch them up round by round to make sure that you're using the weights the same amount on each arm. 5 seconds left, and then we're gonna move to our plank. So for the plank, you can be on the ground. Hold it for as long as you can. Or you can even do it from your knees if it's too much. Or you can do the incline, or even a higher incline. So you're thinking belly button sucked in, you're protecting that back. If you wanna make it harder, you can do like a body saw, just moving forward. Or you can do a long lever, which is like putting your arms out further. Whew, that's super hard. 26 seconds here. You don't have to hold it the whole time. Take a little break, come back again, or just take a break to the end of the circuit, that's fine too. 17 seconds left. Sucking that belly button in. Body is contracted. It's pretty much a full body movement. 4 seconds. And then we're moving to our jump switch lunges. So up off the ground, join me when you're ready, and we're just jumping lunges and switching legs. If this is too much, just do the step back. Or you can just do stationary, and you don't have to switch if you want to jump. Do whatever you can to the best of your ability. And take your break when you need. And you can always just go back to the squats. That's your default. If any of these lower body moves are too much. Even if you just do 2 squats, that's fine. Whatever you can do. 15 seconds left. And then we're gonna go to our side plank or one arm plank, alternate. 4 seconds, 1 second. Okay, back down to the side plank. So you're just facing the side, chest to the wall across from you. Elbow is under the shoulder. Belly button sucked in. If this is too much, you can just do this. And you can also do that on an incline. The reason we're doing that is because, like I said, we're getting more obliques involved in this version. Okay, switch to the other side. Don't forget to breathe. This hand, you can do whatever it wants. You can brace yourself if you need, but ideally, we want our chest to the wall across from us. Take a break when you need. This is the end of round 1 in 10 seconds, and we're gonna go back to the top with our Bulgarian split squats. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Grab your weight, your heavy bag, whatever. One leg first, one leg behind you. Bulgarians. Or just regular. Or just a squat. Up to you. 7 seconds on this side, and then we'll switch sides. Okay, switch legs. Sometimes I move my heavy bag down here because it's still weighted, but it's less work on my arms. You can hear all that cat food moving around. 13 seconds left here. 7 seconds. And then we're going to move to our row. And 1. Back to our row. Heavy bag or dumbbells. And rowing. This cat food bag makes a lot of noise. Elbows are tight to your ribs. Slow down if you need to. It actually makes it harder, which is good. 35 seconds left. Take your break whenever you need. If you're using dumbbells, same thing. Just one in each hand. Or you can sit down. It's hard to do with a heavy bag sitting, so you got to do it with dumbbells sitting. 16 seconds left. After this, we're going down to our single leg glute bridge. Head is neutral, eyes are looking down, 3 feet in front of you. 2 seconds left. Down to the glute bridge. You could also weight this too if you wanted, but you don't have to. One leg up, just heel, excuse me, is close to the butt. Feeling that in the glutes and the hamstrings. You can just do 2 if 1 is too hard. 5 seconds and we'll switch legs. Switch legs. I want to think of squeezing that glute. I want all your attention to go to that butt cheek. So lift your hips up off the ground. You can also do like a split stance, which is putting this toe down That is harder than 2 feet, but not as hard as your foot up in the air. So up to you. 5 seconds left. And then we're gonna come back up to our rear fly. Grab your dumbbells, bent over, arms out to the side. Once again, head, neck is neutral. You're looking at a spot on the floor, a few feet ahead of you. Shoulders are down. I'm gonna take my rest now. Shoulders are down, we don't want them up on our shoulder, or up in our ears. Looking down, even though you're bent over. You can do these seated if you have a chair. Takes a little pressure off the back. 20 seconds left. Grab water whenever you need. 15 seconds. 7. After this, we're going to our plank, our front plank. Okay, down to the floor for our plank. So, you can be this way. If facing down, prone is too much, you can do a dead bug. This is easier. Just putting these legs down one at a time. Keeping that lower back on the floor. Making sure it does not lift up. Sucking that belly button in. That's a bit easier on the back. Sucking that belly button in, squeezing everything tight. 30 seconds left. "20 seconds. Whew. Or you can be up here on the couch. "10 seconds, and then we're gonna go back up to our jump lunges. 5, 3. Okay, back up to our jump switch lunges. So, jumping, switching legs in the lunge position. Or just stepping back if you can't jump. Or just really stepping back this way if you can't lunge. Or just squatting. Netflix, popcorn, Netflix, popcorn. I use food references a lot. Even if you're jumping, you can also hang on to something for balance. That's fine too. Whew. 22 seconds left. Take your rest whenever you need. We like it when you rest. Means you're working hard. We don't want you to pace yourself. 10 seconds left. I want you to push until you have to rest. And then you rest until you can push again. Real simple. Okay, side plank. So you're on one arm, belly button in, hips are off the ground, chest out to the wall across from you, elbow under the shoulder. Now if this is too much, you could do the one arm raise. Or you can do it on the couch. Or you can go on the floor but on your knees. I forgot that one in the beginning. Okay, switch sides. Even if you just hold this for 3 seconds and you gotta rest, that's fine. Just come back whenever you're ready again. Even if it's only for another second, that's fine too. There's no right and wrong as long as you're pushing yourself and resting when you need to rest. That's the most important thing. 8 seconds left. Suck that belly button in, keep those hips off the ground. Okay, last round, back up to our Bulgarians. Grab your heavy bag or your dumbbells, 1 foot behind you. Foot can be elevated like mine, or you can just put it on the floor. So you can be here, or you can just do your squats. Up to you. 7 seconds, and we're gonna switch sides. Heavy, so heavy. All right, switch legs. See, I'm at the point where I can do like 5 or 6 reps and I gotta rest. 13 seconds left. 8 seconds. And then we're gonna go to our row. 2 seconds. Okay, back to our row. So 45-degree angle with the back. Elbows tight to the body. Sliding along those ribs. Shoulders are down, they're not by your ears. Breathing. Neck is neutral, chin is down, looking at the floor about 2 or 3 feet ahead of you. Try to take that tension out of the back. Be nice and soft, but you're still holding yourself up. If you're using dumbbells, you can do that, or you can sit with your dumbbells. 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go to our single leg glute bridge. Getting that full range of motion with those elbows behind the body pretty much. Hands are coming up to the chest. 1 second, okay. Down to the floor, single leg glute bridges. One leg first. So easier version, just use 2 legs. Back is flat when you touch the ground. Squeezing those glutes, posterior pelvic tilt at the top. Or you can do split stance to make it a little bit easier. You use your opposite leg to brace you a little bit. Okay, switch legs. Hands are beside you on the floor. Breathing. Ooh, take your rest, whatever you need. 15 seconds left. I'll show you from this angle. Hips are square. Pushing those hips up to the ceiling. Tucking this foot as near to the butt as you can. 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. Back up to our reverse fly. Grab your dumbbells. Out to the side. Slight bend over again. You can do this seated if you need. Rest your chest on your thighs or standing. Slow down the reps if you need to. If you want to make it harder. And we also don't want you to be swinging either and going super fast. Nice and controlled. 25 seconds left. $18 seconds. And then we're gonna go down to our plank. $7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, down on the ground for our plank. So, as I said, you can be here. Or you can be here. Or you can even be up here. Or you can do a dead bug. If the other way is too much, just keep that back flat on the ground. 33 seconds left. Suck that belly button in. Squeeze those legs, squeeze that back, squeeze those shoulders, everything. 15 seconds left. Took me a long time to be able to get up to a minute with the plank. 5 seconds left, and then we're gonna come back up for switch lunges. Okay, back up. And we're doing jumping switch lunges. Or just step back if you wanna take the jump out. Plyometrics are not for everybody. Or don't lunge down, just step back if you cannot lunge. If it's too much for your knees. Or Netflix popcorn. Netflix popcorn. 29 seconds left. And then we'll do our last side plank, and then we're gonna be done this round. 20 seconds left. Push until you have to rest, and then take a little rest. And join us when you can come again. 5 seconds left. 2, 1. Side plank time. Last time. One side first. You can be here, or you can just do this. You can also just do the dead bug again if you want. "13 seconds, and we're going to switch sides. Rest when you need. 5 seconds. 1. Switch sides. I have to get a mat because these rugs, I'm starting to get like permanent rug burn on my elbows. 15 seconds left. Whew, 10 seconds. I don't know about you all, but this is working me pretty hard. 5, 3. All right, take a water break. Really quick water break. Okay, we're gonna do a very quick burnout, a glute burnout. If you have a band, you can use it. If you don't have to, it's fine. We're gonna do hip thrusts and adductors. So, hip thrusts are a glute bridge, but your back is elevated on your box or your couch or your chair. Same thing, more range of motion, that's all. Or you can just do the glute bridge on the floor. Head is down. With the adductors, if you have a band, you're gonna sit, lean forward a little bit, push your knees out this way. These are your reps. If you don't have a band, you're gonna do lying clams. So you're just gonna lift one leg from the side like this, and you're gonna switch halfway through, and I'll tell you when that is, okay? Real quick. So get ready to do your hip thrusts. And I will tell you when to switch in 5. So hip thrust or glute bridge, up to you. And you don't need a band. You don't have to use a band. It just makes it harder, which is fine, but you don't have to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip thrusts or glute bridges, and go. You're doing the hip thrust, you're looking forward. Your gaze is forward to the wall across from you. Your chin is tucked. You can hang onto the couch, the wall. Feet are about shoulder width apart, slightly turned out. You're looking straight ahead. Just do as many of these as you can. So if you're on the floor, just doing a glute bridge. Back is flat on the floor, on the bottom. Squeezing those glutes, tilting that pelvis on the top. 14 seconds left. Break whenever you need. 8 seconds. 3. All right. Adductor, sit down, lean forward, push your knees out. You can also just resist with your hands if you don't have a band. Or like I said, no band, just lay down on the floor. Do your clams this way with no band. Put a weight here if you want. So many options. So if you don't have a band, you can just do this. Push your knees out against your hands. Okay, 30 seconds. If you're on the floor, flip over and do the other side. You keep going. I'm gonna read this. Each interval is 1 minute. Son. 17 seconds left. But part of it is me talking, but I do time it for a minute. Today is a minute. 9 seconds. So if you're on the floor, you're here. 2, 1. Okay, that's it. We just want to do a quick round, little glute finisher. So we're gonna cool down, grab some water again. Have a little walk around. Get that temperature down. Get that heart rate down. And let's take it into a quad stretch, standing. So grab onto something if you need. 1 foot behind you. Oh, go ahead. Okay. Awesome. Good to see you, son. Thanks for coming. See you next time. So you're just pulling that heel towards you, behind you. Keep the shoulder down, belly button tucked in, ribs down. Pulling that heel towards your butt. Feeling it in the front of the leg, in the thigh, quad. Switch legs. Knees are together. You're not out here. You're not arching your back this way. Nice, straight up and down column. All right, let's take it into a hamstring stretch. Standing, split stance, 1 foot ahead of the other. One leg is straight, one is bent. Lean on the bent leg, nice flat back. Head is forward. Just lean down with your chest. Feeling that stretch in the straight leg, in the back, in your hamstring. Switch it up, other leg. Neck is neutral. Looking at that floor a couple feet ahead of you. It's always a good default position to be looking in, to make sure that your head and neck are neutral. All right, round your back on the way up. Glutes. You want to sit on something, you can do cross one leg over the other and push this knee away from you to the ground. Lean your chest forward this way. Show you this angle. That's one option. Or you can do it lying down if you want instead. Where you grab that bent leg, this leg, and pull it towards you. Push this knee out that way. It stretches the same area. Switch legs. You can push that knee out with that elbow too, if that helps. Okay, come on up, flip over if you are on your back. One knee down, if you can, we're gonna do hip flexor stretch. So lunge position, but this knee down and just leaning forward into this leg. Hips are square, sinking down and forward. Or you can put a hand down if you need to. You can bring this knee up, it goes deeper up the hip. Whatever is best suited for your ability. Make sure you have something underneath this knee though, padding. Switch it up. Sinking down. If you can do the splits, go ahead here. I cannot. I tried once, a couple times to try to get into it and see if I could get further, and I just gave up. All right, bring it up. And stretch your calves. 1 foot up against the wall, whatever you have around you, couch. One toe, well, the ball of your feet, basically. Bringing that body towards the wall, getting that stretch, the back of the calf, back of the lower leg, which is the calf. Switch your legs, get the other side. We did some plyometrics today, so we always want to get those calves, regardless if we jump or not. Some quick upper body stretches. What did we do today? Back. Back stretches are hard. What I like to do for my lats is hang on to something and just gently lean back. Just be really careful about your back here, just nice and gentle. You can even do it sitting and just pull, get that stretch here. You can do it kneeling too. Just nice and gentle. We also want to make sure we get our triceps. One arm behind you. Hand back here, pushing down with the other hand. Head is up against your elbow. Ribs are down, belly button sucked in. Switch arms. Do a quick front of the shoulder chest stretch. Arms behind you, fingers laced, Shoulders down, belly button tucked in, lifting those hands behind you. Arms are straight. Feel free to carry on stretching. We are at time.